If you have been in Atlanta for any period of time, you have seen this city grow in so many different ways, maybe backwards in some. But I have said this for years now that if you don't go to, like, let's say Lil Five or Buckhead for 6 months, when you finally get back there, you're like, how did these buildings go up so fast? The whole city is changing in so many different ways. And our intern DeAndre, I think, saw that on MARTA the other day.
Yeah, so I pride myself on being like a huge Atlantean. Like, I'm in the perimeters. I'm not from College Park. I'm not from Johns Creek. No, I'm from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. There's a difference, people. So this past weekend, I went down to Lenox, do a little shopping.
Hold on a second. Are you saying that you're more of an Atlantan because you live inside the perimeter?
Yes, it's a difference. I go to school. I'm from Atlanta. Okay, exactly where? Woodstock.
That's not it.
I'm not mad at him.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people who claim Atlanta, but technically, you're in the vicinity, but to say I'm from Atlanta, no, you're not from Atlanta. You're from Woodstock.
Well, don't you usually say, like, I'm from Atlanta to somebody that's not from here? Because you'll say Woodstock, and they'll go, well, where's that? And you'll go Atlanta anyway?
Outside Atlanta.
Right.
You're just skipping
OTP.
a line.
Yeah.
It's part of the Atlanta metropolitan area.
Okay, but he's got this
I am
inside the
ITP.
perimeter. Yeah, he's got this elitist inside the perimeter attitude, right? Okay.
So I'm down at Lenox, all the end of year sales. So me and my friend who's from Swanee. So we're going on the Lenox and whatnot. So I was like, let's try MARTA. MARTA's part of my childhood. I grew up riding MARTA, go to school and whatnot.
MARTA is smarta.
Hey.
Is it?
Ride with respect.
Okay.
So we're on, and I'm like, okay, I'm paying my $250. Now they changed it, so now where you can use the app. Mm-hmm. Mind you, the app is trash. The app is trash.
The app is a little iffy. It's just, it works, but sometimes it doesn't.
It doesn't work.
Need a little update.
His gate open. I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
What about me?
Yeah.
So it's not scanning properly?
It's not scanning properly because the Breeze cars are phased out. So we go in and we are at Lenox Station. So we're trying to go to 5 points down to Centennial Park. So we're going through and I'm like, this don't look like what I'm used to. This ain't nice. So 5 points, I'm like, so I'm telling him, I said, yeah, 5 points. This is it. This is the hub. You can go anywhere in Atlanta from 5 points. I get there, it's like crickets. I'm like, what has happened to MARTA? I know COVID took a hit, but
there's nobody on it?
There's there's no buses running. The homeless people are rampant, worse than normal. And the MARTA smell is like, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Let's try to put this together, what that smell is. It's a combination, of 30 feet weed, maybe some alcohol in there from a festival that hasn't been cleaned properly, 1970s carpet maybe.
Cheap cologne, As always, Willie Fred selling what he got. Hey, cheese is for sale. Cheese is homeboy. No, buddy, I don't want that. So then we're going down the escalator, and it's this reek of a smell. I said, it looked like an elevator, but no, that's just the urinal. That's just the local urinal. It's reeked of urine. And he was like, DeAndre, this is what you drove on? I said, hey, disclaimer, it wasn't like this when I was younger. At least I don't remember it like this. But what took me out is I see two people rolling. Can I say a blunt?
A blunt on the MARTA.
On the MARTA.
On the MARTA.
Just like that.
Whoa!
Well, it is kind of a brilliant place. You're not going to have a cop on most of those MARTA cars, right?
You safe.
But what took me back was, I got to use the bathroom, and I'm very selective on where I use the bathroom. I will stand anywhere, but we're not sitting down.
Well, it is kind of a brilliant place. You're not going to have a cop on most of those MARTA cars, right?
You safe.
But what took me back was, I got to use the bathroom, and I'm very selective on where I use the bathroom. I will stand anywhere, but we're not sitting down and everywhere. So,
In fact,
I go in, I went in, put my head in, went right back out. Because people, were having fun activities with their nasals.
Oh.
Yeah, very fun sway. On the MARTA.
Just lining it up on a mirror?
Hey.
How vintage of them.
How very 1984.
Old school.
Right. What?
Yeah. MARTA is very It's something. It's not what I'm used to, and I feel I look really bad as an Atlantean. I took him up here. I'm like, yeah, MARTA, this is us, but no, I'll stick to Uber and Lyft.
But most mass public transportation, I mean, you can say some pretty unsavory things about like the New York subway system.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm so New York that when y'all come in here and speak to the MARTA, like that just sounds like a Tuesday in New York City.
Yeah,
It's norm.
You're not going to get like a Disney monorail experience. Like that's just not going to happen on public transportation.
You're riding monorail red to Midtown.
No, you're getting 5 points. 5 points.
Oh, dude, there's no understanding any of the stops. It's
No.
like,
But what tickled me,
you're trying to look at the side. It's
right?
like,
You look at the
is
map
this,
and
is
like,
this the art center? I can't tell.
Like a tourist.
but our train conductor, the first one we had the non-audible, but we said, oh no, this train conductor, she's speaking. Welcome to Art Center. Please exit to the left to get to place of travel. I said, either she's new or they haven't broken her in yet, because I can understand you.
Right?
I should understand
She
you.
knew for sure.
Oh,
So
man.
she's new, so she got to get broken in a little bit more. But MARTA, it's something. It's something.
I'm not really sure also, like, in this area, why they're so reluctant to not legalize cannabis. Because anywhere you go now, inside the perimeter, mostly, it just reeks of weed. Even though it's illegal. I mean, it's like cops are like, we got so many other things to worry about in this city. Like, do whatever you want. But the lines on MARTA, that surprised me. They're breaking up the mirror and just like, that
Yeah.
shocks me.
My urine went back up. I said, no, I can wait. I can wait.
In that bathroom, too, of all
Yes,
places to do
right?
it, right? Yeah, you down bad.
Like, there's janitors. I'm like, what are y'all doing, though? Because I see you with a broom. But the broom look 20 years old.
Yeah, they just walk with the broom. just for the look.
However, for the Atlanta United game this past weekend, we always take MARTA for like major events. Like if we're going down to Mercedes-Benz Stadium for anything or going down to State Farm Arena, we park at the Lennox station and we take MARTA down. Like that's just it just makes so much more sense. And when Bart was driving over to taking a lift to your house, so you guys could take a lift down to the Atlanta United game, he looked at me, he goes, "This is so stupid. We're going to be in the car for like forever."
And we were. We started walking 1.5 miles. After the game, it was me, Amanda, and it was Bart, and we were getting an Uber, and he's like, I'm going to split off here. I'm going to take MARTA. And Amanda and I both said to him, really?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
That's still running, huh?
It just makes so much more sense. And even as somebody like myself who is directionally challenged, massive directionally challenged, if you get on MARTA for any kind of event, just follow the people in the jerseys and they will lead you there and they will lead you back.
Yes.
And that's always what I've done. Like they're my little breadcrumbs. I don't need breadcrumbs. I got people in jerseys telling me just where I need to go.
So any future endorsement from MARTA just went out the window, huh?
I'll endorse it.
Because you're the only one taking it.
Apparently.
The Bert Show.